Michael, we know higher fuel levies came into effect just a few months ago, but it seems the exchange rate also playing a role here.
Yeah, that's right, Michelle. It's been a bit of a perfect storm for South African motorists, I'm afraid to say. We've got a bit of a snapshot of the prices that they have been paying over the last 6 months or so. And we're going to start with unleaded 95. This is for the inland provinces, Michelle. And what you're seeing there, since the start of the year, we actually saw a decline, welcome relief for many drivers, but then those fuel levies came into effect, an extra 52 cents on top of the usual fuel levy. We've also seen a weaker rand, Michelle, which has driven up the price of fuel, and we've seen a climb in oil prices for the most part as well. So oil prices at the source have been getting more expensive. We did see a bit of a leveling off in terms of Brent crude oil in the month of July, Michelle. And that explains partly why we're seeing just a 1 cent hike. But the real problem over the last few months has been that rand-dollar exchange rate. We have seen a weaker rand, and that's helped to push up these figures quite substantially. So just to give you a figure, since the start of April, Michelle, petrol prices, 95 unleaded, climbing more than 16%. More than 16% in the space of 6 months. Let's very quickly take a look at diesel. Thankfully, diesel prices going down 4 cents at midnight, so some relief for diesel drivers. But we are seeing a similar trend, Michelle, over the last few months. As you can see, again, March 12 Rand 15, and then a steady climb over the last 5 months. It will be around 14.45 at the pumps after midnight this evening. And the climb from March, Michelle, 18.4% for diesel drivers. So although they are getting some relief tonight, it has been a tough period for motorists in this country.
Yeah, Michael, I remember panicking at the beginning of the year when we were inching to that 15 Rand mark for petrol, and here we are over 16 Rand.
That's it. We're now at 16.03 for just a litre of unleaded 95, Michelle. A lot of people have been saying, politicians especially, have been saying that these fuel levies are part of the problem. And just to put it into context, the fuel levy making up roughly 40% of the petrol price which you pay at the pump. So that's really where a lot of politicians are taking aim at the moment.
And what they're asking for, some of them, is a 1 Rand reduction per litre. I mean, that'll make a heck of a difference to consumers' pockets.
It certainly would make a difference. Considering you're paying 16 Rand per litre at the moment, I think every cent counts.
Absolutely.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah, and in light of all of this, some of the members of the Taxi Association have also now announced, in light of this latest, even though it's just a 1 cent increase, they've announced now fare increases up to 20 Rand, depending on the route you're taking.
Yeah, and it's not just affecting drivers. We tend to think that it's just people who own cars. Of course, it's affecting commuters, and it affects the cost of freight. So it could have a spillover effect into the price of food, into the price of consumer goods, because, of course, all of these things have to be transported from one place to another.